on 1 second. How are you?
I'll wait till he leaves so I can talk
Yep.
about him.
Okay, okay, great. He's almost done. It's gonna fall, I know it is. No, you're good. There you go. I knew it was gonna happen. No, you're all right. The door opens and then the door shuts.
You got this down.
Yeah, and then we're there, we're all set. And then the motorcycle stops and we're ready to roll. Okay. All right, Jeff, correct?
Yes.
Okay, TL. Okay, so tell me how you found Powertrain and why you initially started here.
Actually, last year I had some health concerns, so I was looking to get healthier to start with. My son was actually working out here for ice hockey, for playing in college ice hockey, and I saw the results that he was getting. And definitely when I started coming back to the gym, I decided Powertrain was the way to go. From the first time I stepped in the gym, I knew it was the right choice. The trainers here, the nutrition plan they put together, the workout schedule were pretty much tailored and customized for the goals that I had set. Since I've actually started my health concerns and my path to healthier lifestyle, I've actually lost 45 pounds and about 9 inches on my waistline. So I'm extremely happy with the results that I've achieved here at Powertrain and everything that's going on.
Okay, so tell me again that your son plays college hockey.
Yes.
And that he worked out here, trained here for months, years, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then tell me the results you saw in him.
Immediately, just his agility, his stamina, his speed. Basically on the ice, you could see a big difference in the speed that he was able to generate just on the strides that he was doing. Power was the big thing. His strength got much better. You could tell as he was walking around in his cut-off shirts that he definitely had a lot of cuts that he didn't have within 2 months of working here. He did it all pre-season prior to the hockey season, and it was definitely you could see major improvements in his health too.
Excellent. And just state for me that your son plays college hockey and that he
Yes.
trains here.
Yes, Garth plays for Millersville Hockey. He does train off season. During the season, they pretty much have a fitness coach for the team, strength and fitness coach. So he doesn't, but he's in and out of the gym in the off season for sure.
Okay. And what were your initial goals? I know we kind of talked about it a little bit when you first came here. I'm going to let him open and shut the door real
Okay.
quick. But just tell me, when I walked in here, my concerns were this. I know you said health concerns, and I'm not quite sure exactly
Yes.
what it is. Okay, anytime.
Well, it kind of started last April in 2012 when I was on a trip with some other friends that I realized that I was the second shortest of the group of 5 and I was the second heaviest of the group of 5, and my eating habits were pretty bad. I was turning 50 this year, and I set a goal for myself that I wanted to actually run a triathlon by the time I'm 51. My health concerns, I actually had a physical where I was borderline diabetic. My cholesterol was high, my blood pressure was high, and I definitely realized I need to get in better shape to avoid being on medicine the rest of my life. So in doing so, in less than a year's time, my cholesterol, my blood pressure, everything is down to where it needs to be. I'm on a much healthier routine. I've eliminated a lot of my bad eating habits. The nutrition plan that Powertrain actually put together for me has me eating very healthy, eliminating the fats, increasing my carbs, increasing my proteins. There's multiple diet plan that they put together that is exceptional. I'm still on track for a triathlon for next year. I've been biking a lot, I've been riding a lot. My knee may not hold out, I'm finding out, but if I even do a half a triathlon, I'll be happy. But Powertrain says, no, you're going to do a full triathlon. That was your goal, and we make sure you reach the goals. So.
That's amazing. So your lifestyle and health completely made a 180, or
Definitely.
So just kind of tell me that, and tell me how that progression just has led to a completely different lifestyle for you.
I eliminated many things, soda being one. I was a big soda drinker. My daily routine with business is I'm in restaurants every day. I know every chef from here to the Atlantic Ocean, so I'm constantly eating bad foods, and they make good foods, but they're not really good for you sometimes. So I've always had some bad eating habits, which I've completely changed. Learning how to properly eat, how to properly train. There's multiple ways that I've learned here. And actually, when I was much younger and in the gyms, I was always lifting by myself. And it wasn't until I actually came to Power Team that I realized I was lifting wrong. They teach you the correct way to lift, everything from pinching your shoulder blades to your knees not above your toes to you name it. And with a 3-on-1 trainer, you're definitely the amount of time in between each set is like the perfect amount of time for your body to rejuvenate for your next set. It works out really well. I've noticed major differences in walking out of the gym and feeling better right away, as opposed to when I lifted before. I was always hurting. I was hurting from the time I left the gym till the time I got back to the gym, and I really didn't want to go back there again. Here, I can't wait to get back to the gym. Every time I leave here, I wish I could work out twice a day, 5 days a week. But you got to give your body some time to recover too. So.
Have you been consistently working 3 times a week, coming at a regular time? Has it been the same since day one? Has anything changed?
Yeah, I'm a very regimented person, so having a schedule, I'm here at 7:30 every morning, 3 days a week, and since the beginning, I've always done 3 days a week. I'd like to do more, but I'm kind of holding back at that right now. Eventually, I'd like to. I've found that when you're not in a gym, you're in the gym probably 3% of your week. The 97% of the time, and your habits, your nutrition habits, and your daily life is probably more important than what's in the gym. But the gym is what actually treats you or trains you for those other 97% of the time.
Good. And have the doctors cleared you? Oh my gosh, we can't believe all the advancements, and you're off all these pills. Like, are you in complete?
They're amazed.
Complete
They love it. They want me to. They want me to be the spokesperson for all their other patients. They notice it every time I walk in. They really comment on it. They really like it. So.
Mm-hmm. So you're in good health at the moment.
Very good health. Very good health. Actually, I even beat cancer this year. So I found out I had cancer in March. I went through radiation treatment. The entire time I did, I was still working out every day. They actually adjusted my schedule a little bit, or adjusted my routines a little bit to compensate for it. And it worked out great. I never lost any strength. I never lost any stamina. Nothing throughout the entire process. And today I'm cancer free, so I'm feeling good.
That's amazing. What kind of cancer did you have?
I had lymphoma.
Oh wow.
Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Okay. And did you have to go through chemo?
No, just
Okay.
Radiation treatment.
Radiation.
For 3 weeks.
For 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
But you
every day
continue
of the
to
week.
come here.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me again that you were diagnosed with lymphoma or cancer at that time, and that you had to have radiation treatments. Did it have an effect on your energy and all that?
They said it would, but it never did. And
Okay.
my oncologist actually said the more you work out, the better chance that you're not going to have that.
So if you could just tell me that again from the beginning. You were diagnosed, what you had, and that you had to go through those radiation treatments, and then, but you continue to come here. That whole thing.
Start back at the beginning.
Sure.
Last year at my physical, I had a lump in my elbow, and the doctors didn't really think much of it. Just thought it was a fat cell or something, and if it didn't bother me, don't worry about it type of an attitude. If it did, then go see a surgeon. They can remove it. Never thinking that it was anything to be concerned about. So I actually working out here, I started doing some pull-ups, and my elbow was really hurting quite a bit. And so I did go see the surgeon. Surgeon, no problem, will remove it. Removed on a Friday. I was able to work out on a Monday. Limited, obviously, on the arms and things I couldn't do, but they worked with me and worked around that. So within a week or so, I was back to doing arms and no issues whatsoever. That was on a Friday. Actually, on that Monday is when my surgeon called and said it's like a one in 1,000 chance, but it did come back positive. So I ended up meeting with oncologists and going through treatments and had second opinions at University of Penn and went through the whole regimen. Went through the radiation treatments, Everything was taken care of within that 3-week period of time. It was all localized. It wasn't full body radiation or anything. It was just localized radiation. Through that entire process, I worked out 3 days a week like I always have. I never lost any stamina or anything. Probably by the 3rd week, I might have noticed I got a little bit tireder, but it's probably normal, but it didn't slow me down as far as doing anything else. I probably only noticed it late at night, and I felt like I had needed to go to bed an hour earlier. That was about the most I saw. Doctors were really impressed with the entire process and how easy that I made it through it, and they were very happy. So I'll be going back for additional CAT scans and tests and things within the next month or so, just to make sure that there's nothing returning. But they said it's probably a 10% chance that I'll have anything.
Good for you, that's amazing. Everyone has coping mechanisms when going through something, life-changing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure, whether it's friends, family, reading, faith, whatever. But workout is probably one of those for you.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell me what role Powertrain had in that process, like sort of helping you through, regaining your health again after being diagnosed.
Well, Powertrain, I really didn't know about it at first. I didn't really let them know, other than, hey, I had some surgery in my elbow, and I have these stitches here, so I gotta be careful. It was a few weeks into it, and probably Steve noticed that I was dragging a little bit to one day and was asking, and I let him know this is what's going on, and I did. They just adjusted the schedule a little bit, knowing that I had just had surgery on my elbow. As far as the rest of the body, I didn't want them to, treat me any different. If I did ever come across and say, hey, I need an extra 30 seconds before I go, they were very accommodating, no problem whatsoever. But I tried to not let it affect my daily life. I'm a very low stress type of a person, so I didn't let any of that bother me.
Did it sort of mentally, like when you got here, was it sort of like, I don't know, a retreat, kind of like, okay, I can stop thinking about, the fact that I got to go to treatments and this and that, and this is like a place of solace?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I say, from day one, I've enjoyed coming here. I get up in the mornings and can't wait. My wife notices huge differences just in my attitude of getting up in the morning. It's so much easier because I know I'm coming here, and I thoroughly enjoy the workouts that they put me through. So.
Anything else?
That's great.
All right,
That's
awesome.
good.
Well, that's amazing.